The overall conditions for our students. School board members have no clamor from month to month, but they do great work in the long term in setting the direction for the fine school district that we have tonight. These are the current members of the Board of Education. I'll ask them to stand when I call their name. The President of the Board of Education is Mr. Brett Sokola. The Vice President of the Board of Education is Mrs. Karen DeMiro. Mr. Nick DeSolgra of Lewis is a member of the Board of Education. And a 1988 graduate of Elizabethtown Lewis Central School. Yes, Mr. DeSolgra, we still have your files. Mrs. Karen Hooper is a member of our Board of Education. And Mr. Alan Jones of Lewis was unable to join us. He is also a member of our Board of Education. It should be noted I hope that you'll join me now in thanking Karen Hooper and Alan Jones. Their term of service has ended this month. They'll be moving on, and thank you very much. One of the fine traditions that we have here at our school is inviting former members of the Board of Education to present diplomas to their relatives in the graduating class. In a few minutes, we're going to be conferring diplomas upon these graduates, but I'm very proud to say that we have 5 instances tonight where a former member of the Board of Education will be coming forward to give a diploma. Tonight, Ken Fenimore will be presenting a diploma to his granddaughter, Abigail Berto. John Badaroli, a former Board of Education president, will present the diploma to his grandson, Owen Denton. Kathy Reuser, a past Board of Education president, will present to her stepdaughter, Zoe Reuser. Carolyn Karcher is also a former board president and a member currently of the board's audit committee. She'll be presenting a diploma to her granddaughter, Lily Whalen. And finally, Nick DeSolgra, a current school board member, will present to his niece, Katie Whittemore. Before we confer diplomas upon this group, I'd like to take the opportunity to provide you one more thing that you probably don't need this week, and that's some advice. As your last message that you're going to receive as a member of our school. And per your request during my multiple visits to morning English, I'll keep it short. Be the underdog. That's kind of a bold statement. And I don't tell you to be the underdog because I think that you are. I think that all 29 of you will move on to be quite successful.
The bathroom door inside.
You're an outside-of-the-box thinking kind of a group. And I saw that in you when I first came here when you were in 6th grade. So my advice seems a little out of the box, to be the underdog. The miracle on ice in 1980 happened right here in Essex County, probably the biggest sports underdog story ever, where the U.S. men's hockey team defeated Russia. Milton Hershey, the guy that makes the candy bars, he was an incredible underdog. He failed in his business for decades.
Can you put your finger down? I'm taping this for somebody.
3,000 years ago, David slayed the giant Goliath with a rock and a sling. Those are 3 examples of underdogs in history, but I think that history had it wrong. History's had it wrong about you. You've proved history wrong. And so have underdogs. The miracle on ice, guys, was no accident. The preparation for the United States to beat Russia was months in the making. Milton Hershey learned as much as he could about making chocolate. Now he has millions, his own town, and his own fun park. David was a small shepherd boy. Goliath was 6'10", full of armor, too slow to fight effectively, and David played to his strengths and slayed the giant. What about the United States of America? Was the United States of America really supposed to make it? It did. People love to root for the underdog, because once upon a time, we were the nation that supposedly couldn't do it. Or we were the soccer team that was going to have a down year. We ended up going with a state champion to double overtime. Or we were the school that didn't have good enough test scores to earn a national designation. And we did, largely because of you. Or maybe we were the cancer patient who fought for our life to overcome illness. Or maybe we were the parents that were told that our infant would live with a disability and they'd never see their high school graduation. Or maybe we were the family that had faith in modern medicine to wait for that transplant. Maybe you have your own obstacles to overcome, whether you know it or not. So here's one final offering on this topic. As you move forward, don't ever let anybody put limitations on you. The perceived limitations of somebody underestimating you, within that lies the immense power to be successful. Be the underdog. Embrace that label, use it as motivation, and go slay the giants. In your diploma holder, you're going to find this. It's a graphic of a sling and 5 stones that David might have used 3,000 years ago on Goliath, and on the back of that is a quote. It's from a book I read about underdogs. It says, "The act of facing overwhelming odds produces greatness and beauty." Both greatness and beauty are present on this stage tonight. At this time, I ask the board's president, Brett Sokola, to come forward. I now present the graduates of the class of 2014. This is our 76th class, Mr. President. These students have completed a vigorous academic program certified by the faculty, worthy to receive a diploma from this institution. Seniors, please rise. Mrs. Hutchins, I'll ask you to the podium.
Angel Arcadia Barnes. Robert Morris Beaton. Nathan Charles Bassett. Bridget Lee Blood. I would ask Mr. Ken Fenimore to please come forward at this time to deliver the next diploma.
Say hi to Miles. He's at the end of our row. Yes. Miles, the little kid that Bridget babysits too.
Julia
I think you should wait until
Elizabeth
after the
Cox.
ceremony's over, okay? Because this is serious and we need to be quiet. Mommy's videotaping right now for the class. And now our talking is going to be on the... Say hi, seniors.
Nicholas Alexander Davey.
Oh, okay, all right, go ahead. Bridget's mommy says go ahead. Go ahead.
Catherine Ann Killian Deckard. Joseph Samuel Dominique Beadham. I would ask Mr. John Bottaroli to please come forward at this time to deliver the next diploma. Owen Mackenzie Denton. Jacob Taylor Egglefield. Savannah Elizabeth Graves. Hugh William Harwood. Justin David Field. Alexandra Claudia Chiakova. Justin Hart Carson Lapierre. William Douglas Levian III. Rhiannon Lee Martin. Connor Smith Marvin.
Barbara Harwood is a goddess.
Gerald William Mitchell III. Austin Matthew Morris. Alicia Marie Mosley. I would ask Mrs. Kathleen Reuser to come forward, please, at this time to deliver the next diploma.
What comes after this? What comes after this? Okay.
Zoe Desiree Roycer. Megan Elizabeth Rushby. Dylan Robert Susi. Terrence Franklin Thomas III. I would ask Mrs. Carolyn Parcher to please come forward at this time to deliver the next diploma.
I'm really glad I'm not wearing the cap and gown. I said I'm really glad I'm not wearing the cap.
Me too, I think that is extra.
Lily Melina May Whalen.
It's your mom. That was your mom? Your mom is very good looking. Okay.
Kareen Elizabeth White.
Very fabulous looking.
I would ask Mr. Nick DeSogra to come forward at this time, please, to deliver the next diploma. Katie Marie Whittemore.
Thank you. One of the age-old traditions in a graduation is for the final student to move the tassel from the right to the left, and we're going to do that as a class in a moment. That's the official symbolic moment where these graduates are now graduates. At the same time as our graduates do that, they are also moving our entire school district to the next grade level. So when you move yourselves out, when you flip the tassel, you also move the kindergartners to first grade, the first graders to second grade, and so on and so forth. So at this time, you're no longer graduates, I guess you're ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of the class of 2014. Katie, would you lead us, please? 1, 2, 3! Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2014. At this time, I guess I'll ask us to retrieve our caps first. Another E-Town Lewis graduate tradition is the senior video.